we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Between Downs. I'm Mark. This is my podcast about the league, the NFL. This episode is going to be about just my thoughts and opinions about this past week and this coming up games tomorrow. Today's Saturday, October 24th, 2020. Big news yesterday, Antonio Brown's back into the NFL. Signed with Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a one-year deal. It's a little bit above the veteran minimum. There's some incentives he can earn later on in the season. But I think that's a big signing for Tampa Bay. The rest of the league should be scared because now once Godwin and Evans are back, you're basically covering three number one receivers. So secondary is going to have tough matchups basically. The communication really hasn't been there with Brady and Evans and Godwin, but he does have some relationship with AB. So I think the communication and chemistry there is going to be all right. He's eligible to return week 9 against the Saints. So this should be one to watch. Brady's stacking up another Super Bowl run, trying to lead the Bucs to the Super Bowl and first team to win the Super Bowl in their own stadium. He's trying to be the first one to do it, trying to get 7 rings, 7 Super Bowl wins himself. I can see it happening. I see them running away with the division. Don't see the Saints or Panthers competing with them. I see them probably playing Seattle in the NFC Championship and them beating Seattle. Seattle's defense isn't all that great. Once Jamal Adams comes back, of course, that would be a little better, but the defense not looking so hot right now. They've been a lot of close ones. They're having to rely on Russell to bail them out. Some close games. This past game, Thursday, Eagles and Giants in NFC East matchup. Wasn't nothing special. Eagles, of course, won it. Wentz led them down the field, threw a touchdown to Bart Scott. Giants were in a position to win the game. Evan Ingram did drop a ball. The Giants are going to do Giants things. Daniel Jones fumbled, of course. That they had an opportunity to go down the field and make something happen. He fumbled it away. Of course, he leads the league. I believe since he came in, he has, I can't remember exactly how many turnovers he has, but he has a lot. I don't see Daniel Jones lasting long in the league and lasting long in the NFL. Just don't see it happening. Another report, staying with the NFC East, Cowboys players calling out their coaches. There's anonymous players, of course. There's a report saying that a lot of them were saying coaches suck. They just aren't good at their job. They don't prepare well for the week. Aren't putting the players in the right position. Ezekiel Elliott commented on it, saying a lot of the players just need to look in the mirror. I agree with, of course, Elliott himself is having some fumbling issues. I think just a little mental errors in his head. Something's going on in his head to where it's just something in the back of his head just causing him to fumble. I think he'll get it fixed. Needs to, at least, because it can't really go on for the rest of the season. They're second place now, I believe, in the division. They got Washington this week, so they need to pull that one out if they want to end up making a run in the division and winning it and going to the playoffs. If they lose to Washington, I'd say that's it for the season. Just try to maybe win 1 or 2 more to make it respectable, but that's about it. Focus on next season, prep for next year. Another report on 105.3 The Fan, which is a Dallas sports talk show. And I'm from Dallas, so of course I'm going to listen to it. Jerry Jones based his hiring decision on the thoughts and opinions of Jay Glazer, which is a NFL reporter for Fox. I believe that's who it is, Fox. Apparently the Joneses trust Glazer with his opinions about coaches and everything, so they pulled the trigger on Mike McCarthy because Glazer was real high on him. So That's how Jerry Jones made his decision. That kind of shocked me when I heard it, because I don't see why you would trust a reporter for your head coach and position job. And I don't see why Jerry would make that decision off that. But I mean, I can't see him doing something like that. I don't know if Mike McCarthy is the right fit for this team. He was saying all offseason that he's ready to come back, and he's going to try to do differently, doing different things with in the league. Hired a terrible defensive coordinator. They're ranked last in the NFL right now. Mike Nolan's not very good. I don't see him lasting the whole season. Things need to change. I don't know. Probably see big changes in Dallas soon. We're gonna stay in the NFC, stay in the NFC South. Michael Thomas not playing again this week. This week's a hamstring injury, I believe, tweaked it somehow. Didn't play last week, of course, because of disciplinary issue. Hit a teammate. His name is being brought up to be possibly traded, so probably see the last of Michael Thomas in a Saints uniform. Move on to the AFC. AFC East. Are the Patriots okay? Time to panic in Foxborough? I don't think so. I think it's too early in the season to, panic. If the Patriots lose the next two, then I think it's time, and, probably get a high draft pick this year. Haven't had one in a while because, of course, Patriots been pretty much great the last 20 years, so we don't get many high draft picks, but I think it's just too early. The last week was COVID issues, so I say this week I think the offense looks a lot better than it did. Defense probably click a little more. They didn't give up any touchdowns, but they allowed the Broncos to move down the field too much. Wasn't a fan of that. Cam said that he needs to play better, which I agree with. He hasn't really looked good since Seattle. I think he has a bounce back week. I think the offense just opens up a little more. McDaniels probably throw the ball a little more against this 49ers defense. 49ers a little banged up, so I said the Patriots won that one. Be Garoppolo's first game back since the trade. I don't know. Hopefully the Patriots pull it out and look good, because haven't been this bad in a while. Record-wise, which it's not terrible, but it's been better. Deadline is approaching. Of course, there's some big names being talked about being shipped out. Michael Thomas, of course, one of them, like I mentioned. Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, they've been in talks or rumors about them probably being moved from Atlanta. Of course, John Ross, not really a big name. Of course, wants to be traded. And Njoku, tight end for the Browns. Zach Ertz wasn't talking, but he landed on IR, so that's under the water right now. He probably won't be traded before the deadline. That'll probably be something in the offseason. Kyle Rudolph, Vikings tight end, possibly be traded. I know there's a report that Belichick been calling the Vikings about it. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've seen it. Will Fuller, he's a name being brought up. Kenny Golladay is a name being brought up. So OBJ is also a name. Hopefully the Patriots can make some moves and have an interesting trade deadline this year. Last year wasn't very good, at least interesting-wise or entertainment-wise. Nothing really happened. But we're going to move on to matchups this week. Got a lot of games that could be fun to watch. Got 12 games this week, so we'll move on to that. Kind of want to hit on the games that aren't really sought out to see, at least from my perspective. Got Bills and Jets. Jets worst team in the league. Scored a few touchdowns this season so far. I think only 6. I got Bills running away with that one, I should say, 30-7. Don't want to get into that one too much, so we'll move on to the Chargers and Jags. Think it might be a competitive game up to the fourth quarter. Then I got the Chargers running away with it, 28-17. I like Herbert a lot. He looks real good. Hit Keenan Allen for a couple touchdowns, hopefully. I got him started in fantasy. Then we'll move on to the Browns and Bengals. Burrow looks good. His team doesn't look good. Baker had a rough week, or rough past week, or last week's game. Didn't look so well. Ended up, I don't know if he was just benched or just sat out. Coach's decision. I got the Browns winning, though, 21-10. Got Lions versus Falcons. Falcons are one of the worst teams in the league. Lions, I thought they were going to be doing a lot better this season. But I got the Lions taking it 27-21. I like Kenny Golladay. He looks real good. Him and Stafford have a really good connection. Then we got Cowboys versus Washington. I'm picking the Cowboys to win it, but every time I pick them, they lose. So maybe I'm jinxing them. But I got them winning it 21-13. If they lose, though, that's just embarrassing as for Cowboys fans. If they lose, then I just, like I said, don't win any more games. There's no reason to. Just tank. Then move on to the Panthers versus Saints, which I think is going to be a fun one. I got the Panthers winning it 24-21. Think it's going to be close, but no Michael Thomas, no Emmanuel Sanders for Breeze. I don't see them pulling this one out. Yeah, I mean, Panthers are looking good. Bridgewater's looking all right. Anderson's real good. And more for the Panthers receivers. They're real good. I got them taking it. Move on to Packers versus Texans. Packers coming off an embarrassing loss to the Bucks. Colin Cowherd said he likes teams that just got embarrassed the previous week to have a big game the next week. I don't see them winning this one. I just feel like the Texans might take it. Deshaun Watson looks good. Will Fuller looks good. I got them winning 30-27. I think it'll be a fun one though. But I got the Texans taking it. We got a division matchup with the Chiefs and Broncos. Broncos didn't really look so great. They moved the ball down the field last week against the Patriots, but that was about it. Nothing but field goals. Think that was just a fluke game for the Patriots. The Patriots should have won that one, but I got the Chiefs taking this one, of course, 34-17. Bucks and Raiders, which was the Sunday night game, got flexed out. I got Bucks winning it 30-14. Raiders offense is all right. Defense, the Bucks defense is real good. Their offense starting to click. So yeah, I got them taking it 30-14. Patriots 49ers. 49ers pretty much banged up. Jimmy G's first game back against the Patriots. Patriots having a full week of practice. James White missed a couple of practices, but it wasn't injury related, so he'll be good to go. I got them clicking on all cylinders this week, 34-14 over 49ers. And then we got Sunday night's game, Seahawks versus Cardinals. I got Seattle taking it in a close one, 28-21. Cardinals will look good against the Cowboys, but it's the Cowboys. Who's not going to look good? Kyler didn't have too many completions. I think it was only 9. But, of course, their running game was real good against the Cowboys. But, I don't see Seattle losing this one coming off a bye. DK looking real good with Russell. Lockett, he's been slow his past 2 games for Seattle, but I think he has a big one. Got them taking it 28-21. Steelers versus Titans, both undefeated. Steelers basically have 2 weeks prepping for them because that one game that the Titans were supposed to play, Steelers, they got moved because of COVID and all this. So Steelers were upset about it, but Titans breaking protocols or whatever, but I don't see why they were upset. But they've had 2 weeks basically to prep for this game. I got them taking it in a close one, 30-27. I don't think Henry's going to have a big game as he did last week. Steelers offense looks good. They're probably the favorites out of the AFC, which hurts me to say, but got to be realistic. Can't really be biased. They look good this season. Unless the Patriots can get things going. I see Steelers going all the way up to the Super Bowl this year. But, yeah, got a lot of good games this week. Should be some fun football. But we're going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for listening. Like I said in the previous videos, let me know what I need to do better. Feedback's always appreciated. But see y'all next time. Thank y'all.